Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing another BTCC exchange tutorial video. Now, I've done a few of these videos in the past. They always perform well, but I always get the same follow-up questions for additional details. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the basics again of how to spot market trade, how to futures trade, how to copy trade, how to do KYC, how to set up 2FA, what kind of coins are listed. But I'm going to be kind of quickly glossing over the self-explanatory stuff that you can figure out on your own. And I'm going to be paying a special attention to the stuff that I get a lot of questions on, things like, what does this button mean? Or I'm trying to do this on the exchange site. Where is it? Where is the tab? Stuff like that. Now, if you want to skip around to certain sections of the video, remember there are timestamps down below in the video description area. Definitely check that out. And then as usual, if you do want to sign up for an account in BTCC and you haven't already, always use my link at the top of the video description area right there. If you go through the link, that helps support the channel. More importantly, you get up to $10,000 in bonus money. That bonus money can be used to cover things like trading fees, and sometimes you can trade with the bonus money. If you make profits, you can withdraw the profits. So definitely check that out. And then additionally, BTCC always has certain campaigns, giveaways, competitions going on. They're always right here on the part of the exchange website. So to find the newest campaigns, you can either watch my YouTube channel or you can go to the BTCC Twitter page. That's probably the best way to find out about the new ones, but a quick summary of what they have going on right now. And the sign up links for each of these campaigns is also right here in the video description area. So what do they have going on right now? Well, there's the daily trading challenge. This one has 9 or 10 days left. If you open up a $1,000 or more futures position during the campaign period and you hold it for the full 10 days, then you get $30 cash back. This is open to both new and experienced futures traders. It doesn't have to be your first futures trade you're making. What else do they have? The first crypto deposit reward pool. This is 4 days left. If you're a new user and you deposit $200 into the platform within 7 days of signing up, then you get $10 cash back. Going along with that, there's the Visa Mastercard program. This is for both new and experienced users. It doesn't need to be your first deposit. If you deposit $400 into the platform using a Visa or Mastercard, then you get $10 cash back. This is a limited time offer. There's no specific set date for when it will end. They will just announce that. Then there's the copy trading loss program. This might be the most popular one of all. It goes through July till the 31st. So if it's your first copy trading position and then that position opens up, results in a loss, then BTCC will cover the first $50 of that loss. You just have to open and close that copy trading position during the campaign period in the month of July. And then there's the first futures trade protection program. So this one has 10 days left. If it's your first futures position, and then similarly, if it also results in a loss, if you open and close it during the campaign period, then they will cover, again, the first $50 of that loss. So again, one more time, if you want to sign up for any of those campaigns or just sign up for an account in BTCC, use the links at the top of the video description area right there. Now, as for BTCC's history and availability, it is fully available to USA traders like myself, also to Canadian traders, European traders, and pretty much everywhere else. No VPN is needed. No KYC is even needed to certain limits, so no strings attached. They have all the licenses that are necessary for USA traders, so that's a huge, huge advantage. Additionally, BTCC is one of the oldest crypto exchanges around. It was founded in June 2011. They just had their 14-year anniversary. They've never had a single hack or major security incident in those 14 years. That makes them they're older than pretty much every top 15 exchange. They're way older than Binance, Bybit. They're older than some of the known old exchanges like Coinbase. They're older than Bitfinex. They're older than Kraken. Pretty much the only exchange I've ever heard of that was founded a couple months beforehand is Bitstamp. But BTCC has way more coins to trade than Bitstamp. Now on to the tutorial portion of the video. So signing up and creating an account, that's self-explanatory. No need to go over that. We can go over 2FA and KYC. So let's start with 2FA. So you're going to go hover the cursor over this, then go to account security right there. So 2FA, this is not on sign up. This is when you withdraw money. So you're still just going to log in each day with your regular password. But if you ever want to withdraw money, you can set an additional thing. So you need to enter your password plus one of these other forms of two-factor authentication. Mobile phone means you get a text. You have to verify that. Email address, you get an email that you have to click on that, verify that. Fund password is a separate 6-digit password that you create that you would have to enter. Google Authenticator, this is the one I would recommend. Obviously, it means that then you get a code, download the Google Authenticator app, you get a code, you have to enter that as well. So that's what I'd recommend. Regular password and then Google Authenticator is 2FA. Now KYC is going to be in the same area. Hover your cursor over that little symbol and then you're going to go down to identity verification. Click on that right below account security. Now you don't need to do any KYC from any country, US or anyways. If you do no KYC, you can still trade, you can still deposit any amount of money in the platform, and then you can still withdraw up to $10,000 a day. That's the limit if you don't do KYC. That's a much higher limit than most other exchanges have. Now, if you do KYC, then you can still deposit any amount of money in the platform, and you can withdraw up to $1 million a day. And the KYC is just the standard. You submit a picture of your ID, front and back, then you submit a selfie of yourself holding the ID. Now on to deposits. So you are going to hover your cursor top left over deposit. Now there's fiat and crypto deposit. We're going to first talk about fiat deposits. Now they don't do ACH transfers, bank transfer deposits. It's just Visa, Mastercard. So you're going to click on one of these two options. They're the same thing. You have up to a $5,000 limit per each transaction. There are no fees to deposit with a Visa or Mastercard, and it is usually instant. Now sometimes some banks, the first Visa, Mastercard deposit from an exchange that you do, they don't recognize the exchange, they void that transaction, then you have to call them up, say it's okay, and then they'll approve the transaction, and all other Visa, Mastercards going forward into that exchange will be okay. Usually that doesn't happen. Next, we're going to cover crypto deposits. You're going to go to deposit, same area, then go to crypto deposit, click on that. So you can deposit any coin that is available for trading on the platform, barring that deposits haven't been suspended. A few of them have, but it looks like maybe 70-80% of the coins are available to deposit. And then you want to always make sure, so if you're depositing Tether, which a lot of people do, then you can deposit Tether on, it looks like about 9 or 10 different networks: Toncoin, Sol, BNB, Avalanche, Arbitrum, Optimism, ETH, Tron. That's a huge advantage over Coinbase. For example, you can only deposit Tether on one network, Ethereum. Here you can deposit Tether on about 9 different networks. But as they say here, you want to always make sure you are sending in Tether on the correct network, or else your tokens are getting lost. So if you're sending in Tether on Tron, then select this Tron, make sure. If you're sending in Tether on Ethereum, select Ethereum right here, send it in. If you select a different option from the network of the tokens that you were sending in for Tether or USD or something like that, your coins can be lost. Very, very important. There is the deposit address. Send it in. These deposits are very quick, usually less than a minute for me. Now on to withdrawals. So the withdraw button, it is not at the top here. It is instead under assets, top right, and then there's 2 tabs. There's withdraw, that's withdrawing cryptocurrency, and below that, withdraw fiat currency. We're going to click on that one. Then you will see this pops up, no payment methods are currently available. So for USA people, right now, fiat withdrawals are not supported. You can't do any fiat withdrawals. You can just do cryptocurrency withdrawals. That can change from time to time, and in other countries, they might have them. I'm not really sure. But for now, it is just crypto withdrawal. So I'm going to go to assets and then click on withdraw. This is basically the same thing. So you can withdraw pretty much any coin that is tradable on the network as long as withdrawals are supported at that given moment. And then you just, so if you're withdrawing USDT, you would click on that. Same thing, then choose the network. So it looks like right now there's USDT withdrawals are supported on 4 networks: Tron, Ethereum, BNB, Solana. Make sure the wallet you're sending it to is the same network, or else it might be lost. Then you can enter your withdrawal address, the wallet that it's going to. Then this here, you have to select something here. This is the platform that you are sending the coins to. So if you're sending it to your Binance account, select Binance. If you're sending it to your MetaMask wallet, select that. Your MEXC account, select that. Your Phantom wallet, select that, etc. Then over here, you would see it says something like 60 USDT tokens and 0 USDT trading funds will be cleared after withdrawal. So if you have any coupons or trading funds, stuff that can be used to pay for fees, those do get cleared, zeroed out. If you make a withdrawal, then they can get built back up again. But that's just incentive to keep your coins on the platform. And then withdrawals for me are very quick. Sometimes they just go in like a minute or less. Very rarely have I had to wait for greater than 5 minutes. Next, we're going to go over how to see which coins are available for trading on the platform. So we're going to go top left, markets. Click on that, markets. Then right here, you're going to look at these tabs right here. So if you want to see which spot coins are available for trading, click on spot. And then you probably want to tag all as opposed to favorites or, whichever sector you want, meme, soul, ecosystem, bot. You can, but I just like to see all. And then they have over 100 coins available for spot, a mix of utility coins, meme coins, pretty much, AI coins, everything that you can want. And then for perpetuals or futures coins, then you're going to click on USDTM perpetuals. And then again, you probably want to toggle instead of hot, all, And then there's many more. There's over 300 or 400 coins available for futures trading with up to 500x leverage. Now let's move on to spot market trading. So let's go up top center spots and then spot trading. Click on that. So to the left here, this is the coin that you want to buy or sell. So if I want to buy Solana with the Sol USDT pair, I'm going to click on that. Here's the current price chart. Sol's popping, by the way. Here is the order book. And then down here is open orders. This would show any limit orders I have that haven't been filled yet. Then once those limit orders get filled, it will show up in the filled history. And then order history, that is just all my buys and sells that have already been closed, been filled, whatever you want to call it, right here. So market order, so you're going to do buy or sell. Market order is pretty self-explanatory. That, if I just want to buy 2 Sol at the exact price right now, just fill it immediately. Then you would click on that, 2 Sol, click buy. Limit order is very useful. Limit order is if you think you can get a better price than what Solana is at currently, but you don't want to have to sit in front of your computer and wait all day. So you're going to say, I want to buy 2 Sol, and the price of Solana is 196 right now. I think I can get it when it hits 190. So buy me 2 Sol if the price of Solana goes down to 190. If the price doesn't go down to 190, the trade just never gets filled. You get your money back, no fees or calculator, anything. Very useful, particularly if you want to go to bed and then you think the price is going to dip overnight, then you can just set up a limit order and see if it's been filled in the morning. Trigger limits and trigger market. This is mostly for whales. You're probably not going to do it too much. Trigger limit means, okay, buy me a lot, 100 Sol, and then, but buy it at a lower price, just like the limit order. So if Sol goes down to 192 from 196, then buy me 100 Sol and then keep filling that order until Solana hits a higher price like 194. So again, this is showing me only start filling my order if Solana dips from 196 to 192, then start filling as much as you can. But if the price of Solana quickly jumps up, then stop filling my order once it hits 194. Now, trigger market is pretty similar and a little bit easier to understand, so we're going to select that. So this means I want to buy 100 Sol, start filling it immediately, but if the price happens to run up right after it starts filling my order, then stop filling my order if Sol goes up to like 197. So again, it means buy 100 Sol, start filling that order at the current price of 195. If the price of Sol starts running up and it gets to 197 and you haven't filled my entire order, then stop filling it. Now on to futures trading. So you're going to go top center futures and then USDT-M perpetual futures. Click on that, and then up here, same place, you're going to click, we're going to do a Solana trade again, just for simplicity purposes. Now, futures is different. Spot market trading, you can only make money if the price goes up. You buy the coin, and then if it goes up, you sell when it's at a higher price. Futures, you can make money either direction. If you open a futures long, you are betting that the price of Solana is going to go up. And then depending on the more leverage you use up here, the more money you make if it goes up quickly and a lot. Short, you're betting that the price of Solana goes down. And then again, the more leverage you use, the more money you make if it quickly goes down. The risk of futures trading versus spot market trading, maybe the coin will go down a little bit in the beginning and then it reverses back up. So then in the end, you do make a lot of money. Your position is in the profit. With futures, if you use a lot of position on a long and then the coin quickly goes down, then you could be liquidated and lose money even if the price then goes up afterwards. So it's, more profits, more risk, more reward. So now let's look at a Solana long. So I am betting that the price of Solana is going to go up. And I'm going to do 20x leverage here for simple purposes and a contract value of 10 Sol. So what this means is margin $98. So I need to put $98 up right now. That's the amount that I can lose. So if Sol goes down instead of up and it reaches a certain point, a liquidation point, I lose $98. But on the flip side, if the price of Solana just starts going up and keeps going up, then the maximum I can win, if it just keeps going up, is 19 Sol, which equates to $4,000. So again, I'm at risk of losing $98 if it goes down too much, but if it keeps going up quickly, then I can win $4,000. So very high risk, very high reward. Now let's say I want to make that trade even more high risk, high reward. I want to win potentially more money than just 19 Sol, $4,000, if the price of Sol goes up and my trade prediction proves correct. But obviously, with the increased reward comes increased risk. So you guessed it, to do that, we are going to increase the leverage right here from 20x. BTCC offers up to 500x leverage. So we're just going to go from 20x to 50x, and let's see how it changes the trade. Okay, we're going to click confirm. So my margin actually goes down. It goes down from $98 to $39. So I have to put up less money, but the increased risk is going to be the liquidation point, where if it hits that, I lose the margin, is going to be closer to current level. So as previously, I put up $98, maybe the liquidation price was like $190, and we're currently at $196. Now I put up less margin, $39, but the liquidation point is going to be closer, like $193, $194. But the increased reward, look at how much I can win. The max long is now 48 SOL. So I can win a total of 48 SOL. That's closer to $10,000 if the price of SOL just keeps going up. And then if you wanted to open up a short position instead of a long, you would just enter whatever metrics you want, click open short. And then once you want to close your position, like you're already happy with the profitability or it's getting close to the liquidation point, you want to close it before you get liquidated for your collateral, then you would click close. Now limit orders and stop loss, take profit orders, that's kind of very advanced. We're not even going to look into those. But if you do, I did do an advanced futures trading video right here 5 months ago in February. You can check that one out if you are so inclined. And one last point about spot and futures trading. When you want to do that, you need to make sure your money is in either your futures account if you want a futures trade, or your spot account if you want a spot trade. When you first make deposits into BTCC, it goes into your wallet account. So like right now, this $80 I have in my wallet, I wouldn't be able to trade. I have to first click transfer, and then I'm going to need to transfer from my wallet account to my futures or spot account, depending on what I want to do. Then I can start trading it. Now on to copy trading, which is one of the more popular features, not just on BTCC, but on all crypto exchanges in general. So what is it exactly? Well, first of all, copy trading, it's just for futures trades, not spot trades. Now, what it is there are a series of lead traders on BTCC. These are people that are actually trading with their own real money, and you can see exactly how they're performing, what their returns are, what their P&L has been, what their assets under management are, what kind of coins they're buying, and in what size. And then you're going to choose one of those lead traders to copy trade, meaning the money you have in your BTCC account, you're going to automatically, going forward, buy anything that they buy. You're then going to sell anything that they sell, and then you can just do it on autopilot. You don't even need to be in front of your computer. You can set certain parameters around the amount you want to purchase, but basically everything is on autopilot. So to start copy trading, you would go top center, copy, and then futures copy trading. You can sort either by market board, graphical format here, or all leaderboard format, where it's just kind of in numbered order. So in market board format, so let's look at this guy here. He's towards the top of the leaderboard, meaning he's one of the hotter traders. So his name's Twitch. This means he has 157 people currently copy trading him. His personal P&L is up 157%, or $81,000 in the last 30 days. That is pretty good. His total assets under management of 8,200. So that means that a bunch of these profits, the $81,000 profits, he is just withdrawing from the platform, taking profits, not trading with those anymore. His win rate in the last 30 days is 90%. 90% of his trades have been profitable. 10% have not been profitable. That is huge. And then here is a graphical representation of his portfolio in the last 30 days. So you can see most of these gains happen in the last week, half a week, something like that. So I personally think it's easier to view the leaderboard in all lead traders, just sort of numbered formats. So they're currently ranked by overall ranking. This is BTCC's secret sauce. It takes data from each trader, a bunch of different variables, categories of each trader, like total P&L, AUM, P&L percentage, win rate, and it lists what they think is the number one top trader, the number two, etc. I'll show you what I look at. So the first thing I look at is number of copy traders. I want somebody with experience who has at least 50, 100 people copy trading them. Some of these traders, 15 people, 8 people, 5 people, 7 people, 9 people. That's just not enough experience. They don't have enough people copy trading them. They haven't been a lead trader long enough. So you can eliminate that. So then what else do I look at? I want to have a fairly sizable assets under management. So 8,200, 17,000, 23,000, that's all good. So traders number 1, 2, 5 are all pretty good. Remember, you can withdraw profits, but still, these traders here, $146, $141, $460, that's just not going to cut it. I need a trader who has a lot of skin in the game. What else do I look at? The win rate. So you can see two traders clearly separate themselves. The guy we just looked at, 90% win rate. The number two plays 76% win rate. Pretty much every other trader is between 45 and 50%, except these two. But this guy here, 61% win rate, but he only has $286 in assets under management. Not enough. This guy, 57% win rate. He has about $5,000 AUM. So, it's pretty good. His portfolio is up 191%, but he only has 27 people copy trading him. So I'm going to focus on these three people, 1, 2, and 5. So now that we've narrowed it down to 3 lead traders, I'm going to show you exactly how I would choose which one of the 3 to copy trade. So this guy here, Teliola, the number 5 guy, he on the leaderboard, I'm going to eliminate him. Why? Well, first of all, his P&L up 15% isn't really that much. So we're going to look here. So his 7-day P&L, he's up 8%. That's pretty good. On the month, he's up 15%. That's decent. So on the 3 months, he's only up 5%. So you can see he's actually down for the first, 2.5 months. He only has been hot a little bit lately. And then look down here. So even though his P&L overall is up, is in the green, the copy traders P&L, so the P&L of all the copy traders copy trading him, they are down big time, 248%. And then additionally, you look at his win rate overall, 3 months, 50%. That's just not that great. And then a 50% profit sharing ratio. That means 50% of your profits you make from copy trading him go to him. Usually it's 10, so that's higher than normal. That's a disadvantage. So now we have it narrowed down to BlackRock and Twitch Crypto King. Let's look at BlackRock first. Okay, so I like what I see. 10% profit sharing ratio. It's usually either 10 or 15%. That means of all the trades you make copy trading him, if you make profits, you pay him a 10% commission. So that's on the lower end of 10 to 15%. That is good. His 7-day P&L, he's up 112%. That's good. On the 1 month, he's up 173%. That's great. On the 3 month, he's up 179%. So it looks like the first 2 months or so, he was flat. And then the last month, particularly in the last week, he has really found his stride. He's hot right now, apparently. Then we're going to look down here. So his portfolio is in the green on the month, 179%. And then the last 3 months, the copy traders P&L, they have made $93,000 copy trading him. That is what you like to see. Now let's compare that to the other person, Crypto King, because their metrics are pretty similar. So he also has that 10% favorable profit sharing ratio. His portfolio is up 144% on the week. It's up 156% on the month, meaning most of his gains in the last month have come in the last week. And in the 3 months, he is up 160%. So as you can see, the first 2.5 months or so, he was basically flat. That he's just kind of had some winners in the last 2 weeks. But then look at this right here. Even though his portfolio is up 160% in the 3 months, the total P&L of all the people copy trading him, they've lost money. They've lost $224,000. So it just means that whenever people are copy trading him for whatever reason, those trades aren't profitable. And when they're not copy trading him, those trades are the ones that are profitable. Now to start copy trading them, you're going to go to the top right, copy trade now. Now, fixed margin versus proportional margin. Fixed margin just means regardless of how much they put in each one trade, you're going to put the same dollar amount. So if it's 50, every trade you copy them, put $50. You want 500, put $500. Proportional margin, that just means if they put a larger proportion of their portfolio in one trade, so it's a higher conviction trade, you want to reflect that as well. So a margin of 1.0 means that however much they put, if they put $100 in a specific trade, you're going to put the same amount, $100. If they put $2,000 in one trade, you're going to put $200. If you switch to 3, then that would mean they put $20, you put $60, you get it. Max copy trading margin, that's the max amount you want to invest in that trader's trade. So you generally want to put that below what you currently have. Copy ongoing positions. If you want to copy their current positions that are open, so it's going to immediately fill some positions, toggle that on. Otherwise, toggle it off if you just want to copy the new positions that they enter. Then advanced settings, you probably want to have stop loss per order. So if you can do it at like 60%, that means if one, or 30%, if one trade is 30% in the loss, just close that trade immediately. And then you're going to click copy trade now. And that is it for this BTCC tutorial video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Remember, there are timestamps in the middle of the video description area down below if you want to skip around for certain sections. And if you want to join any of the campaigns I mentioned or just sign up for an account for BTCC and get all the bonuses, then use the links at the top of the video description area as well. That is it for now. Ben Crypto signing out. Catch you later.